What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Comman-Dads. I got Corey, I got Tone. How you guys doing today?
I'm cool. I'm on my bench, ready for another stream. Let's do it.
Woo! Excuse you, buddy.
Zane
Doing
though.
good. Doing good. Zane, Zane up in the house.
Look like he's a fresh haircut, just growing in natural.
No, don't.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's just got this little crazy old comb over, I like to call it. So.
Oh, look at that. He's ready.
Yeah, he's ready.
Taking the mic.
He's like, I need to talk. You will hear my thoughts. He says, bleep the Cowboys.
Oh, well played. Well played.
Don't let me here. Nothing to get the Cowboys.
We
don't like those fools.
What up, DRG in the house? How's it going, guys? Hit the like button if you haven't hit it early. Thanks, appreciate it. Okay, so we got a game week. We actually got a game week.
Finally,
that's incredible. We did have the Hall of Fame game. We'll talk about a little bit more about that later, especially with the kickoff. But for now, we'll just go ahead and start like we do every week. How's it going in Dadland, Tone? What's going on? What's new over there?
Nothing new actually. Another 2-spotted girl went for him. That's nice. Really about it. He's been chilling. He's been hanging with his little baby friends at this thing called We Play he has every week. So he's been hanging with his little baby friends. That's pretty about it. Just growing, having fun, and like he's been just crawling everywhere, trying to get into everything. That's about it. He's been working on not putting his mouth on everything. So that's
the pause.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a baby. You don't gotta say pause for babies. Okay?
True. Yeah.
It's a baby. It's a baby. He don't know no better.
I like it. Corey.
So what's up, buddy? What are we doing?
What's new? What's new this week? Zane? Yeah, we don't even need to hear your dad talk about it. Just you tell us.
I'll translate for you.
What up?
I pooped 5 times today. There you go.
Woo!
So, holy crap! Not anymore.
Yeah. Holy crap! Yeah, I unloaded more.
Man, that's like his dad every week.
Tim's funny.
Like father, like son. Doesn't fall far.
I'm unloading more crap than Dan Snyder, man. That's what he said. So, it's good. We went on vacation last week, and and he's been rolling. He's been rolling like a daggone army soldier now, so he can roll and flip and all that good stuff. And dude, and like now he has this weird habit. So he sleeps in the bed with us, right? He sleeps on my hip. So he rolls over now. So I woke up in the middle of the night. I'm like, I have a bathroom. I'm like, what is this heaviness on me? And he's just like chilling, like I'm like, bro, this can't be. This ain't right. So but nah. He's doing good. He's growing.
That's good. I've learned now I am the baby whisperer. I can put him to sleep better than my wife. She tried like 5 times last night, kept crying. I go in there one time, out for the night. You know, it must have been the hard smack that I laid. No, I was kidding, but it's good. And then I did the same thing today. It's great.
It's all that work that mom did that got you to this point. That's what it is. Yeah, come on now.
It's like the jar. It's like you work on the jar.
It's an attrition. It's a war of attrition, and then you finally come in. It's like that. You know those claw machines that's in the store, and you're like, oh yeah, I get that PlayStation or whatever. Yeah, it's like you're like the 500.
Or how about the coin? How about the coin one? You like put coins in every push to the side, push to the side, and I finally put the right coin in. Somebody else put like $300 in that thing. Couldn't get the big prize. I put $1/4.
Yeah, like a slot machine. Like a slot machine at a casino. Mama Jenkins been sitting there all day smoking her Virginia Slims, and then she gets up, and then your ungrateful tail gets there and wins the jackpot, and she ready to fight.
$10. Yeah, $1. Gotta go.
Yep.
You
have all them church ladies up there on you.
It's so true. It's so true. Like it's totally. I just got lucky, and I was just happened to be the last one. Definitely not what I did. I agree, but I like to take credit for it nonetheless. So screw you, Corey.
Oh no. Right? I agree. You take the credit for it, but I'm just
pat myself on the back.
Yeah,
and move forward. That's what I do. Okay, that's what I like to do.
I ain't mad at it, big dog. I ain't mad at it.
All right, should we talk some football? Should we get in?
Yes, sir.
So we'll start it with some roster and injury notes. So we did have Forrest dealing with a hammy this week, and Akingbolu had an undisclosed injury, and then he got cut. So he's gone. We don't know exactly the extent of what happened.
Oh, shoot.
But he is. Uh-oh, little spit up.
Yep.
Nice. Perform for the show, big boy. Love it.
In living color.
In living color.
That's something you got to clip off, man.
I didn't even see it. I was reading the notes.
Oh,
that's right.
Get Alvin in, man.
Yeah. Pause.
Oh man!
Oh my gosh!
We're doing it again.
There's
We're
a
doing
game
it again.
stop.
All right. So we cut 3 guys, signed 3 dudes. So Christian Holmes gone. I was actually surprised to see that this early. He's already gone. Not that I'm shocked that he didn't make the team, but I thought he would have stuck around a little longer. Not the case. He's gone. Alex Akingbolu gone. One of the tackles, and Armani Rogers, a fan favorite at the tight end spot. He was a guy that showed up in training camps and preseason games before. He doesn't even make it to preseason game number 1. He is gone. And then we signed Taylor Stallworth, a defensive tackle. We signed JC Hasenauer at center, and then Alex Taylor, another tackle. So we replace a tackle, and we get a new center in the building. Wonder what that's about. I guess maybe just literally a preseason body. At this point, I guess you kind of got to just cut the positions that you want to see more competition in, maybe like corner. Like you want to see your guys go deeper in these games, and then you don't really care as much about your starting centers and stuff. So you want to see them come out quicker. So you want more bodies to maybe throw in at the end of a preseason game. I don't know completely why you would need another center or another defensive tackle even.
Yeah, we have 3 of our 5 offensive linemen not practice the other day.
Yeah.
Wiley was out. Cosme was out with an illness. I believe it was Beata. She was out of practice for something, but it wasn't nothing serious. He practiced the next day, but 3 of the 5 was out. So I guess they were trying to just have extra bodies to make sure, hey, we can get through practice, we can get through these preseason games.
Yeah,
I'm taking the guess. That's for the defensive tackle. They already said the reason they had that because they want to limit Jonathan Now and Johnny Newton's snaps throughout the preseason, so they'd be ready for the regular season.
Yeah, that makes complete sense, especially at the defensive tackle spot. These starters are not going to need to play a whole heck of a ton, and you have the rookie that's dealing on and off with an injury, so with coming from surgery and things like that. So yeah, you definitely want to see a lot more defensive tackle snaps going to somebody that's not going to play in the regular season. Don't need the miles being taken from the starters. So I like that. But those are the moves. And then let's go ahead and hop into training camp. So training camp is there's no more open to the public. We're hopping into the preseason games. But Joe Gibbs and Daryl Green were at camp, which is fun. And I wanted to ask you, Tone, you were there on Friday. What did you see over at camp? How was it? How'd it go? And anything exciting?
First of all, it was hot when the oven met outside. First of all. It felt like 155 degrees out that jump. About to die out there. Secondly, shout out to Josh Taylor. I was hanging out with him for a little bit. Was kicking it. And he wanted that picture with K. Adams so bad. I'm glad I got that picture. He was more nuts. But shout out to Josh Taylor, man. But yeah, a lot of run game install, a lot of trenches work, a lot of attacking the trenches, things of that nature. It wasn't a ton of deep throws or anything like that, or pass game install.
Okay.
I would say as long as the kids look great on 7-on-7 and 11-on-11, I noticed. He was winning every rep. He was getting separation, stacking DBs. He was getting open. The Army looks good.
Okay.
I was pleasantly surprised, but actually not because he always practice well. We gotta see it coming games. Not surprised. Marcus Mariota sucks. He's terrible. Thank God we won't have to see him until second string is coming because he's awful. He's awful. And the last thing I've definitely seen is that the running backs look spry and the offensive line in the run game looks a lot better than I expected. They're mauling guys. They're opening up. It was a run where
Zane disagrees. Ridiculous. Offensive line's gonna be a
it
problem.
was a run where it's an alley. It's an alley, and just Brian Robinson just whoop. He ain't had to do this. He had to get skinny. It was just whoop, gallop. Okay. It went for a touchdown for sure if it was an actual game because that was an alley. He had one man to beat. He juked Quan Martin out of his shoes. He was out of there.
B-Rob juked somebody out of their shoes?
Yeah, man. He got a little wiggle.
That's a bit more concerning.
Boy, hey.
That's concerning for Quan Martin.
Man, y'all see,
especially with Dan Quinn giving him all the praise that he's like one of our best open field tacklers right now.
But
he's getting sauced by Brian Robinson.
I would say that though, that's the only error he made all day.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Other than that, he was sound all day.
You got it. Hey, man,
everybody can win a rep. Everybody can win a rep here or there. So
hey, B-Rob shifted and y'all give him credit for. Remember, we talked about
this. B-Rob got a little wiggle to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's my man. Shout out to Brian Robinson though. But yeah, that's kind of my observations. A bunch of run game installed. Yeah. A bunch of celebrities there. Wale was there. K. Adams was there.
You said they weren't letting you record and kicking people out, so you couldn't get.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you couldn't record 7-on-7s. You were getting kicked out, and they wouldn't let you back in training camp. They were banging you from training camp. So, yeah. One dude got caught. He got caught record 7-on-7s. The guard already grabbed him out of the joint and walked him out. I was like,
man, I don't think I've heard that before. Like I've been.
Yeah, they've been serious about it. Yeah.
And I don't think anybody's ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like under Ron Rivera's regime. I don't remember anybody saying anything about cameras at any point.
I went to mini camp in 2022 and they were serious about it. It was like 30, it was like season ticket holders. So we went and they said, yeah, you can't record anything. Don't record anything. Like you can take pictures, but you can't record nothing. So.
Maybe I just went early enough where it didn't matter. But and also I don't know if I ever thought about recording it.
When me, Rio, and Jalen went to camp, they told us we couldn't record, but they weren't really pressed about it. Like Daryl Haynes walked up on us like, yeah, y'all recording? Yeah, but they don't kick us out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm getting my vlog in. Oh, what you talking about? It's content.
Yeah.
They ain't kid. They kind of didn't kid. This year, they weren't playing that, bro. They had to sign up. They was kicking people out.
Zane said, I'm recording next time.
And you pull your phone
out. I dare you. That's interesting. Okay.
Cool.
Well, that's interesting. All right. I'm not mad about it. I think it's good. I think it's smart. But yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that. When I don't go to training camp like all that much, but I've probably been there half dozen times or something like that. And I don't ever remember them complaining about that.
It's highly overrated, I think. Training camp's highly overrated. All them people, especially when it's at Ashburn, all them people on top of each other. I'm sorry. I'm like,
we would definitely cry like sardines, though.
Yeah, I'm like, shoot, I said. I just want to know, like, shout out Josh Taylor. I want to know where I got to start counting bills like he does, man. I need to know what he does. He had a whole week out here and everything.
Yeah,
we live out there in Texas, so.
Yeah, man.
Tone, did you see the stash? He was rolling out that cash. He had that $100 bills rolling up.
He taking loans out. No, it's that Bet USA money. No, just kidding. What else? They're the Bet US money.
I think he does. He does scouting though, so he does scouting for
I know he does
university or something. So they pay pretty well though. Pay that little pretty penny.
Man,
that's crazy. Okay, so yeah, he actually is a scout for a football team, like a college football team.
Mm-hmm. He just started that recently though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instagram.
Hey, that's awesome. Good for him. Very good. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into these. That we have a. They call it an unofficial depth chart, but it's in the official one. They put it out. The team put out a depth chart. Yes, now things could change, but we don't just have our lads or ESPN like estimating who they think should be starters. No, this is what the team actually put out as far as a depth chart is concerned. Of course, they could be lying to us. We'll see, but let's just go through some notes.
Oh, you just skip to your first note because you were salivating over this.
No, we're gonna start from the top. I'm gonna savor it. I'm gonna enjoy. Okay, when we get to that point, we're gonna go. I think that's one of the last things I wrote. It is okay.
Yeah, you're dirty.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But number one, this one's not surprising, and it's Jaden Daniels is listed as a starter. So we finally got something to say. Jaden Daniels is the starter for this team. For now, I guess things could change, but I don't see it happening. I think this is gonna be great. That our number 2 overall pick is showing enough that he is the starter of this team, and he should start week 1 of the preseason, which is great. Any thoughts on it? Everybody's not surprised by this.
No surprises, man.
Or point counterpoint. Mariota's so bad, and the rest of the guys are terrible.
Maybe it's not so much what he's doing; it's just what.
Just like everybody's terrible. They're terrible.
Mariota specifically is terrible.
But yes, to answer Ray's question, yes, he should get the start. Jaden starting in the first preseason game, which is important. That's great.
He's gonna start week 1 too.
One of the more interesting spots of this list was the wide receiver position, right? And Olamide Zaccheaus, that's how I say it anyway. I don't know how you guys say it, but that's how I say it. Olamide is how Ted says it. I'm going to go with what I say. No, it's kidding. Olamide Zaccheaus is arguably listed as wide receiver 2. Okay, I don't know how this thing works as far as if this means slot. Does it mean wide receiver 3? I don't know, but Jahan Dotson, you would expect to be on the outside. And I know, Tony, you said that he was outside when you went there and played. But Jamison Crowder is the primary backup to the outside position, which is interesting to me at the Z position. I would think he's more of the inside slot guy, but Luke McCaffrey's the backup slot. Casimir Allen being in the slot makes sense, but Byron Pringle should not be a slot receiver. I mean, isn't he like 6'3" or something like that? Not that the height completely negates you from being the big slot, but he's more of the speedster outside deep threat kind of dude. So that doesn't make sense to me. But nonetheless, as far as the top 3 receivers are concerned, OZ makes the top 3 list, which good for him. And in Tone set, you said you saw that he was playing well when he was
balling, man.
When you were there actually watching him in real time. And maybe we'll see a lot of Zaccheaus for the Commanders this year. And maybe he's worth a sneaky later round pick
too.
Yeah, I think he had one decent year for Atlanta. I think you're right. Like as far as like a statistical, what was his highest?
He had like 130 yards in like 2021, I think.
530 yards, 40 catches, 3 touchdowns was his best year for 2022 in Atlanta. The year before that, he had 31 catches, 406 yards, 3 touchdowns. So, for a guy that not a lot of people know, I think you may have seen his name, but those are decent numbers for a lower in the depth chart, usually a wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4 kind of guy over there in Atlanta. And so he's now the starter here, and we'll see if he can make a name for himself. Luke McCaffrey, my guy, he's behind him. And then so you have your top 6 of Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, OZ, Diami, Luke, and Jamison Crowder. And then it's between Mitchell Tinsley, Casimir Allen, and Bryson Tremaine to be who's going to fight for that 7th spot if they do keep 7 receivers. Cool. So that's the wide receiver room. Tight end is not surprising at all, except Rodgers was listed higher than Yankoff, but yet Rodgers gets cut and not Yankoff. So take with what you will. I don't know why they listed him higher than or how that works exactly, but Rodgers is gone, even though he was listed higher on the depth chart. But it's, of course, Zach Ertz, John Bates, Ben Sinnott, Cole Turner, your top 4. John Bates being over Ben Sinnott might be slightly surprising. Not shocking, but maybe that's not what a lot of other people would have thought. But John Bates is currently listed as the second tight end.
Quinn did give him praise, though. Remember, Quinn was giving him praise last week. Yeah. So maybe Johnny Bates is,
Yeah, he seems to be a lock to make the team.
Yeah, for sure. And homeboy, I mean, your boy Sinnott, he's been having delayed puberty at practice too, man. He's just been dropping balls. So, that was an early thing in camp. Was they were talking about Sinnott just kept on dropping
passes.
Yeah. Ray also said, "Can't wait to excited for the game Sunday." It's actually Saturday, right?
Saturday at noon. We can get that college football treatment, baby. Saturday at noon, baby.
Which I will be live streaming, doing the play-by-play for Saturday at noon. So definitely be here for that.
Noon, man. JD5.
All right. Moving on to the offensive line. We knew the interior already, but it is Brandon Coleman and Andrew Wiley getting the start at the tackle position. Andrew Wiley's concerning, but Brandon Coleman getting the start at left tackle. I've put my, drawn my line in the sand, as you would say, as far as what do I think about Brandon Coleman to start. You guys know where I'm at. But I'm excited. If Brandon Coleman can be our starting left tackle, and I think you made this same video or mentioned this before on your channel, Tone, that is huge for this draft class and huge for this team. If you can hit on that left tackle position, I'm excited about it, and I'm rooting for him. I don't have any ill will towards Coleman. I just don't think he's going to be a left tackle in the league, but that's just my opinion. All right, good. So we got our linemen starting lineup: Brandon Coleman, Nick Allegretti, Tyler Biadasz, Sam Cosmi, and Andrew Wiley going from left to right. That is the offense. No, sorry, there's one other note. I apologize. The running back position. You have Eckler and Robinson both listed as starters. So they do not have one single running back position. You have B-Rob and Austin Eckler getting the nod as far as starters are concerned. It does look like the Austin Eckler position is more of the third down style back, where Brian Robinson and like Chris Rodriguez are more of the style of your first and second down backs. So those are good notes there. And that is the offense. Moving on to the defense, you have Ridgeway over Mathis. So I'll start from the inside and move my way out. Ridgeway over Mathis is pretty wild, in my opinion.
I'm not surprised.
How so? I think that makes perfect sense. Yeah,
we got 2 tackles.
Second round pick.
He's the old regime second round.
I know, but I mean that is a bit of an indictment on him. Like, and I know Ridgeway's played more than him in the league. Yet, I know and he's dealt with some injuries. But if second round pick, you would expect to come over and earn your spot on this depth chart, and he is not doing so, which concerns me a bit.
But at the end of the day, Tim, you think about it, you got the Bama wall already, right?
Yeah.
They drafted Johnny Newton themselves as a second rounder.
Yep. Those three are not surprising at all.
Both on the depth chart. That's the highest he can go. And Ridgeway's been
he would be a second stringer with Fredarian Mathis.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Right? So he would be on the same line as Johnny Newton
in the rotation. It'd be them three and then him. But
I don't think I really don't think
John Ridgeway played more. So how can I put him over Ridgeway when Ridgeway played more and showed me more? He got more tape. Fedarian Mathis got.
It's about what they're doing in practice right now, right? So I would think this is more an indictment on what they're actually seeing now, not what they've done in the past, right? Like if you were looking at what they've done in the past, like Jamison Crowder would be listed over OZ. Like Jamison Crowder's shown way more in the league, but OZ's shown more in practice and what they want to do at the wide receiver position. Anyway, just to give a comparison. But no, I like Fedarian Mathis. Sorry, I don't dislike John Ridgeway. It's not an indictment on like I'm not saying like wow this sucks. It's just Fedarian Mathis. If you're a second round pick, I would expect more out of you, and it just goes to show it's even a worse pick. It might even be a worse pick than we even thought it was at the time. It was already a horrible pick, and now it's just showing to be even worse. So,
well, the reason why they drafted that pick was they weren't thinking Deron Payne was going to show anything, and then he had a career year. Remember that's how that worked.
They would keep Deron,
right?
He did, and they paid him. So,
which is I don't care if you plan on keeping him or not. Like you just don't overdraft a dude, nonetheless. But that's harping on the past. It is what it is. All right, starting defensive ends, you have Clellan Ferrell and Dorrance Armstrong, and Baptiste is actually over Andre Jones, who Andre Jones was looking good last. Like he actually had some flashes that he was better than KJ Henry at times. So John Baptiste getting the nod over Andre Jones is a bit surprising to me. Maybe that's more because it's their draft guy, and they are both 7th round picks. So it's not like the Fedarian Mathis situation where you would expect one to be over the other, where John Ridgeway was a 5th round pick who got cut by his team. And then Fedarian Mathis being a 2nd round pick. This 7th round pick compared to 7th round pick, but hopefully that means Javonte John Baptiste is showing that he's earning his spot on this team and could get in rotation potentially. Then you have the linebacker positions. Dante Fowler Jr., who's been playing a lot of D end lately for a while now. He's listed as an outside linebacker. So then that means Jamin Davis is now back to the 2nd string position. I don't know if that should mean that Jamin Davis is, threatening a roster spot. I think he'll make the team, but he is now listed as a second string linebacker where they're moving Dante Fowler to the linebacker spot, which is interesting to me. Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu being the starters is not surprising at all. And Jordan McGee, the backup middle linebacker, which is cool. There are, he was our 4th round pick, right?
Fifth.
Jordan McGee.
Fifth.
No, he was the 5th, and Hampton was the.
Our 5th rounder. We had 2 5th rounders.
Yeah.
Do we not have a 4th? I know we had 2 thirds.
And 4th.
No 4th. Okay, so we had 2 thirds.
Due to the Howell trade, we didn't have a 4th.
Got it. Understood.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. All right, those are the linebacker spots. Quan Martin listed at free safety. I know that he talked him up a lot.
Yeah,
Dan Quinn did, so he does earn his spot atop the free safety list, which is great. Derek Forrest was what a lot of people thought would be our free safety. He's actually in the strong safety camp. Yeah. Dominique Hampton listed behind him, our 5th round pick that we mentioned. So it's Jeremy Chin and Quan Martin getting the starts at safety. And then I saved the best for last.
Jesus. Here we go.
Emmanuel Forbes.
Here we go.
Not even a starter on an extremely weak cornerback class room. He can't even start in this cornerback room. He can't separate himself as a starter against Michael Davis, Benjamin St. Juste, Mike Sanders-Still, Noah, that last name, and Tariq Castro-Field. He can't separate himself at all. It's that's embarrassing. Especially in a defense that he's supposed to thrive in. A Dan Quinn style, Joe Witt Jr. style defense should be Forbes' forte. Sit back, watch the quarterback, and take the ball away like you were so good at in college. And he can't even find a way on the starting spot there. Horrible. Maybe the only silver light, the only thing I could reach at is for whatever reason they're trying to give him motivation to be better. Maybe, and he's supposed to start, and that's the only thing I could possibly reach on. But I don't see it. I don't see it whatsoever. This is bad. This is really bad.
Or maybe the dudes in front of him are just better than him.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're really putting our.
If we got the 2022 version of Michael Davis, that's a hell of a corner.
So what you're telling me is Michael Davis.
Those better than him.
Michael Davis is better. Okay, Michael Davis is better.
What?
And he's undrafted. So me calling Forbes an UDFA is completely justified. Is what you're telling me, Tim?
No, that is not. Stop.
That is completely
Stop
justified.
that. Stop. That's like comparing Tony Romo and Mark Sanchez. Come on now. They don't. Wait.
I'm just saying.
Come on, man. That's a stretch.
That's
not a stretch.
Tom Brady is the best quarterback of all time.
We drafted an UDFA.
Let's stop that.
So you guys are telling me that Michael Davis is going to be this great corner now?
And nobody saying he's going to be great. He might be functional.
Dude, Michael Davis is an undrafted free agent corner if I've ever seen one that played decent. It's okay. He found his way to be on a lineup in the league. He found it. Good for him.
So he's not just great corner. Benjamin St. Juste is a UFA too, right?
No, he's a 3rd rounder. BSJ was one of our 3rd round picks.
No, but I'm just saying with that logic though that you
Benjamin St. Juste is a starter. He's with the other starter.
God, Tim. Come on now.
And he's listed. I don't know how they list that.
This is unofficial too.
He's listed above Michael Davis. So Benjamin St. Juste has earned his right over Michael Davis.
Damn, stop that.
I mean, it doesn't say CB1 or CB2.
Listed above it. Are you serious? Stop.
Do you have something that says that differently?
Observation from practice. Forbes ran with the ones almost the entire day. I will say that.
And he earned his way onto 2nd string. He's going down.
And at the end of the day, if he's a 3rd, I'll put it. If he can't start in this team, in this cornerback room,
to me, that's a disaster.
Next year. And that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. But
I mean, you're talking about a 4-13 from
it's the
last
first
year.
depth chart. We
Yeah.
got a whole preseason to go. Forbes can go catch 3 picks in preseason and set all of us up. So
disaster.
Let's just be patient.
Yeah.
The way people were talking about him last year in this cornerback room, there should be no doubt who's the starter in this room.
He should be cornerback one. He's a first-round pick. I don't disagree with you, Tim.
Yeah.
But also, this is still August. This is not January when the season's over with, and we got another season to evaluate him, and we say he's ass.
And then what do we?
I already know he's butt. It's just.
But we talked about this too. I think you making fun of his boy, I guess. But we talk about Manny Forbes too, and the coaching wasn't there for him. There's nobody correcting him in his rookie year. They just let him sit out there and basically, they let him die and get fiddled with by AJ Brown twice. I'm trying not to use some words that's gonna get us banned on here, but like that boy was the fiddler on the roof with him. They had to call exactly, Zane. He saw the highlights.
He was the strings of the violin. He was just getting played with.
They said rent is due.
Look, all I'm saying is there was no way you could help Forbes at any point. Yes, you could put 2 safeties over top of him. You're still going to get.
Stop it. And they never gave him help. They left him on the damn island. That's like Quan Martin going up against Tyreek Hill and getting burnt. They put one man on Tyreek Hill twice. Hold on, buddy.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I get it. Okay. Well, I had to take my shots again. I'm going to every time I get he's not shutting me up. That's the disappointing thing. He's not shutting me up. He should have earned a starting spot and he could have shut me up at that time, but he didn't. Okay. Now I get to talk more because I knew he sucked from day one and never got off that mantle. All right. I never bought into the hype, and he's proving me right each and every day. Okay, that's where we're at. The truth hurts. All right, so Ramiz Ahmed right now still listed over Riley Patterson. We'll see how that turns out.
That won't last.
I don't think it'll last either, but that is what they have. And this was another shocker to me as far as the depth chart. Of all guys earning the nod at kick returner, it's Noah. Say it again. Iganagami. I can never say it. I just can't do it. Noah. I'm just going to say Noah. Noah earned the nod as starting kick return and Casimir Allen's the backup, which is very odd to me because we've all talked about how the kick returner probably will end up being a running back most likely. But no, we have a corner and a receiver currently as the kick returner spot. And the starting punt returner is Jamison Crowder, backed up by Jahan Dotson, which I love. I think that's a great combination of a starter and a backup punt returner. I think that makes complete sense. The only guy that I would have liked maybe over them was a guy like Casimir Allen if you wanted to have more of that 5th string, 6th string receiver that you could just throw back there that could also be explosive and play well. That's something there. But I love the idea of your playmakers. You get them the ball as much as possible. Jamison Crowder and Jahan Dotson are definitely those for sure. All right. So that's the depth chart. Any other last notes that I didn't bring up that you wanted to, Tone?
Hopefully Emmanuel Forbes can show himself to be a
You want me to talk about him again? You brought him up again? You want me to go with it?
No more.
It's sad.
And I hope KJ Henry can secure a roster spot while F.A. Bada is out on the pup list.
KJ Henry listed right now as the 2nd string defensive end spot, so that's good. But I don't even know, like, looking at it, do we even have defensive ends and outside linebackers? I feel as though I'm looking at just a mashed up of positions.
They only got Dante Fowler as an outside linebacker. They want to run a 4-3 base, but he's going to definitely be more of a pass rusher.
Right, and I feel like Frankie Luvu is going to be similar. Like, he's going to be up there on the line a lot too. Like, I feel like they're going to be moving around a lot on this defense.
Yeah, there's a bunch of moving pieces. Don't pay attention to them.
Remember what he said too. They got like 17 guys. That's what Joe Witt said. He wants to have
17 guys to spank you with.
Yeah. Emmanuel Forbes probably in that top 17.
I think about like the Steelers.
I knew he was going to say that. I do it. I knew it.
I'm not gonna bite. We're gonna move on. All right. I think about the Steelers defense that would have just like that one down lineman in the middle of the defense, and then everybody else is moving. The entire box is just moving around and walking around. That could be fun if we see that here in Washington. Just confuse the crap out of the offensive line. Is who's coming, who's not coming, and oh gosh. All right, I guess you're gonna take that out of context as well. All right, moving on.
You walked yourself into that one, bro.
Oh!
Who's attacking the quarterback and who's not? I'm going to say it in a way that cannot be taken out of context, but it's too late. And I did it to myself.
Pause. Did it to yourself. Pause.
Earned it. Well earned. Well earned to be clipped and owned in the world of the internets. Okay. Jets. Do you guys like joint practices?
Yes.
They're overrated.
Oh, so we have.
I do think they're slightly overrated. I do like
opinions there.
They're highly overrated, I think. I just feel like I think I crunched the numbers one time. It really doesn't even like translate to success, like going into the regular season and stuff. I mean, we look at the Bastard Childs in New York and Malik Neighbors and them. If it was an MMA fight, they'd be good, but they're going to be terrible. They did joint practice, one of the best teams in the NFC. So I think it's a good look, and you don't hit anybody. You're hitting somebody else besides your teammates, so that helps with that attrition. But at the end of it, I think they're kind of overrated, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it also gives you other looks against a team that's not your, so it's a different look at your defense,
right,
versus their offense, and vice versa. So, and I think it's a good thing. And yes, you got to show up on Sunday, no matter what. And what you did on specific practice on August 8th is not going to make or break your entire season. But as far as, do I like it compared to, like, if I had to choose one or the other, I think it's good to face other guys in practice and get as much practice as possible. The one thing I don't like as much is I feel as though when you do these joint practices, and I don't know the number specifically, this is just more of a feeling I have, is they get a lot of their looks of what they actually want at practice, and then the starters don't play as much
exactly
on Saturday. And so you kind of miss more out of it as a fan perspective. That a lot of the more interesting and fun stuff happens behind the scenes where nobody can really watch, which is good for a strategic purpose, right? Moving forward, as far as for the teams, the Jets and the Commanders here. But as far as a viewership and a fan perspective, I think it's probably a negative, especially on preseason one, because we may only see the starters. First of all, we may not see a lot of different starters. Like we may not see guys like Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, not that we have to. But you probably won't see Aaron Rodgers go out there. I don't even know if he's healthy enough to play, but even if he was, I doubt he would probably play. Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, like some exciting players that you may want to see. You may not see a single snap out of those guys on Saturday because they would gotten all of their looks during the practice. So that's one thing I dislike about it. But as far as the strategic, I think it's probably good. All right. How long do we expect / want the starters to play? What do you want out of this preseason game? Do you want a lot of work from these guys, just a series or two? What is your philosophy, your guys' philosophy on it? What do you want out of this?
If the offense scored the first drive, take their behind out the game and let them take their jerseys off and let them chill out the rest of the daggone night. They don't.
Do you want to see a score? So it's kind of like you want to see the guy, the shooter, put one through the net.
Yeah. If they score any type of points, get them out of there. They go 3 and out, give them another drive.
You disagree or you agree?
I disagree. I think they need to punch it in. I don't think settling for field goals. I don't think that because it's a new offense and I want to see what they can do. Like I always believe this when we had the 4th preseason game. Get the starters in there if you want to see them one last chance. If you're not sure on them, let them run that first drive, score, and then take them out. But
if they score a touchdown, pull them. I said that because we got the dress rehearsal after that. but they're gonna probably play a half. So you're gonna see a half of football from them anyway.
Right.
I don't want them to get hurt in preseason game 1 and the dressing room they don't play. So all right, man. If they get to the 10 but can't punch it in, they got settled for pretty all right, man.
All right, I hear you.
Defense, I get that. Go ahead and pull them. This is a dress rehearsal, and they do that. Nah. But it's the first.
I don't know. It's just like you say you're right there at the 10. Right. Yeah, like I want to see I want to see this red zone defense about Frankenberry and everything because this offense how it's claimed, the claim to fame and how it was in Arizona and stuff. So I want to see working with our guys.
Yeah, so I like the idea for offense is you kind of want to see them put it through the net, right? You just want to see. So maybe a series or two. If they don't score the first one, bring them out one more, try to get them to put it through the net, which hopefully they will score on one of the drives in a preseason game where the defense is not game planning for you. Hopefully you get one. But what about defensively? Like obviously you can't see them put it through the net, unless I guess you get a 3 and out. Is that kind of if you get a 3 and out, you're out? And if you have a bad series, but then it's almost like weird because then if you have a bad series, you played a lot. That means probably, right? Like if you had a 10-play drive, then you probably don't want to see him again at that point. So I guess the defense they get one driving out no matter what. Yeah. Depending on who you are, the player. If you're Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne and Bobby Wagner, these guys don't even need to play game 1 of the preseason. Probably just hold them out until game 2. But as far as the other guys that maybe are like more fringe starters, like your starting corners, your starting safeties, like more of the competitive positions, then maybe you see a 2-3 series out of guys like Michael Davis. Like, is he going to be your actual starter here? Benjamin St. Juste, right? Like, I would probably expect to see like 3 series out of players like those, unless they go long and maybe you only see 1 or 2 where it's like a 12-play drive. Yeah, they probably don't come back in. But all right, cool. I like that. I like that for sure. What are your biggest positions to watch going into this game? Who are you looking at the most, zeroing in on to see that you want to see play well? What about you? We'll start with Tone. Who do you got first?
First of all, I want to see how JD5 looks first and foremost.
That's got to be the number one answer. It's got to be. I agree.
It's a good defense over there with the Jets, and I want to see how he fares. I'm saying I know they're not game plan for his strengths and weaknesses, but they're still a formidable unit. You still got to face Sauce Gardner and guys like that. So I want to see how he feels against those guys. The wide receivers versus the cornerbacks, because I want to see if Terry McLaurin is going to take the seatbelt treatment from Sauce Gardner, or is he going to put some work on him? I got to see.
We'll see if we even see Sauce. Sauce is a guy that may not even play. Yeah. Like we'll see. He's on that tier that the Aaron Rodgers, the Breece Halls, the Garrett Wilsons. He
might not play. He might, but if he does, I want to see it.
I don't hate that take though. Yeah.
I want to see if they're going to put some work. If Jahan Dotson going to take a step from last year where he gets jammed at the line of scrimmage and looks like a daggone zombie, can't move, and actually create some separation at the line of scrimmage, and actually get a free release for once in his life.
Yeah. What about you, Corey?
I want to see how they handle that physicality with these corners. Like, who plays? How you handle the physicality with these Jets corners? They're physical. They want to put hands on you. They want to throw you around the ground on the line of scrimmage. They're not playing with you. So I want to see how you handle that physicality.
Yeah. What about you, Corey?
I want to see that. I want to see
in the corners versus their receivers too.
I want to see tight ends more than anything outside of the quarterback spot.
Because
I don't trust Zach Ertz' durability. So I need to see if John Bates is finally going to become a reliable target. We heard the bad things about Senate. And then everybody's little fanboy Cole Turner, can he actually like catch a ball or actually be physical or something, not go in witness protection when he's playing. So I want to see it tied in on the offensive side of the ball. The wide receivers, I'm not too worried about. I mean, maybe that slot spot with Zacchaeus, and then maybe what affirmative action can do there with Luke McCaffrey. So looking forward to that. On defensive side of the ball, I want to see these linebackers, man, because for so long, the linebacker spot, out like the offensive line, has been neglected. neglected. Like I mean, like the bastard stepchild.
It's insane.
It's just how bad. And we used to have decent. We had decent linebackers. Not the best, but just the way Ron Rivera, like when Tim and I first met, was the first thing I said to you.
If we can't get the linebacker position right with Jack Del Rio and Ron Rivera being former linebackers, we're screwed.
And what happened? we were screwed.
Yeah.
So I want to see what the linebackers can actually do. And then those corners as well, because that's the specialty of Joe Witt. Looking forward to seeing that. So.
I want to see. Yeah, we're not going to see it this time, but I'm definitely with Joe Witt. Curious about the creativity in the secondary and what kind of disguises he's going to run. That'll be fun. But as far as position goes, you guys didn't mention it, so I have to go right to the. Oh, here we go. NFL Ransom comes right in right as I talk. I'm not worried about Wiley. I'm not looking at Wiley one iota. Okay, I know he sucks. Okay, I don't care about him. It's the left side. The left side, I am very interested in, and he's my number one. Yes, I'm interested in JD5 for sure, but I'm more concerned about protecting his blind side and to see his development over time than I am about this one specific game for him. I need to see Big Boy BC be an actual left tackle at this level, and if we are, I'm going to be his biggest fan. I'm probably the number one as far as being concerned about him at the left tackle spot. And I don't see it myself, but I'll be all of a sudden one of the biggest Brandon Coleman fans if we can get a starting left tackle here. So that is my number one by far. And then I do like that Red Wing said, I want to see the edge. Well, we got an edge in this game, especially the rotational guys. And I'm Colin Farrell right now. Should he be a starter? Should he be listed as a starter at an edge spot? That'll definitely be
possible. Yeah,
he was a top 5 pick. That is crazy. We have a top 5 pick on this roster. That's not JD5.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that because Wagner was not a top 5. He's no wait. Oh, but then we have Marcus Mariota. So we have 3 former top 5 picks on the current roster. It's interesting with that. Man, he's got a lot to say tonight. He is mad. Look, he's frustrated.
His mom need to get home. He said, "Yeah, you've been talking about Forbes. We think about Manuel Forbes, buddy.
True.
We think about Manuel Forbes.
He's so cute.
Okay,
He's like, are you kidding me? That's funny. I'd start Fowler and Armstrong personally, but I think they'll start Farrell over one of them. Yeah, I mean, right now Fowler's listed currently as a starter at the linebacker spot. So will they go 5 down lineman sets? Are we going to see that again from Jack Del Rio, Ron Rivera that we saw last year? There we go 5 guys on the line of scrimmage. It'll be. We're not going to know very much. It's going to be a very basic defense coming in, but we'll see if Fowler starts off the ball and in a 4-3 set or what. But that is what we got for now. All right. I like that. Good positions. Do we care if we win?
No, I don't give a.
Add likes for the baby. There you go. Thanks, Aaron. No, you don't care, Tone?
I don't care if we win. I don't care.
I think with
come out there healthy and that's it.
Yeah, with Joe Gibbs, he was like 0 for 4 all the time, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that his whole thing? Going 0 for 4?
Yeah, he never won the preseason.
And
did we go undefeated last year in the preseason? Start 2-0 and finish what? 4-13?
No, we didn't go undefeated, did we? I know
we went undefeated. We didn't lose a preseason game.
That doesn't sound right. But you guys could be right.
Preseason.
Yeah, no, because remember we were celebrating we celebrated. We give Josh Harris a game ball after we beat everybody. I'm like, God, I even thought in the back of my head, I said, God, we're loading up on these wins. And remember Joey Sly?
You know what? I kind of do actually recognize that.
He was like
this. Josh Harris was undefeated as the owner for a bit. That does actually sound familiar.
Yeah.
That does. Red Wings, a win would be nice, but it doesn't really matter. This is mainly going to be the 3rd versus 4th stringers at the end anyway. And that is kind of why I I would like to win, right? Because that means your depth is playing well. And of course, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. If you go 3-0 in the preseason, who cares at the end of the day? But I think it does have a little bit, maybe moves the needle just a hair, and some morale. You cheer on your teammates that are trying to make the team and play well. Like, I think it was good, and that may have actually helped to a 2-0 start for us last year on a roster that I don't think was very good, of building some camaraderie, beating the Ravens, having your depth play well, and then taking that into week 1 and taking that into week 2. And then it was the week 3 Eagles that we did not. Actually, we played well in week 3, didn't we?
No, we got the snot. Yeah, we got. Remember, it rained against Buffalo, and they broke a foot up off. They basically shut us out, and Ron Rivera's old coward butt went for that field goal to break the shutout.
Yeah.
But you got to think about it too. We went 2-0 against 2 terrible teams that basically followed us in the draft. And Arizona, who we barely beat, that was an ugly win. And then we beat Denver. So I mean,
in comeback fashion though. It was fun.
Yeah. Keep dope alive. Keep dope alive.
Keep dope alive. Like, as I said, obviously at the end of the day, you're not winning the Super Bowl in the preseason, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, it was his best performance. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't get you into the playoffs. It doesn't affect your record.
Nope.
It doesn't win you the Super Bowl.
Nope.
But I think there probably is a slight help to start the year of momentum that maybe you could take into week 1 that helps a little. Of course, at the end of the day, you have to beat the team in front of you week 1, but it's very small, very minute. But I think it does matter, and I'm rooting for Dubs. I hope we get 3-0.
Yeah, I'm good. It don't matter to me
because it's exciting, especially for play-by-play.
I think
1-0 week 1.
Dude, are you kidding me? A walk-off field goal W against the Ravens last year.
I laughed.
You would have thought we won the Super Bowl in this stream. It was so much fun.
I laughed when we beat them. I laughed. I was sitting right here.
I called Joey Sly winning the game like 5 minutes left. It was amazing. I was like, just everybody, Joey Sly's going to win this game. And then it happened. This channel was on
That was
fire.
The exciting part, because you predicted that, not because we won the doggone game.
Dude, and then the hype, Jake Fromm hype? Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
Dude, they were calling for him to start so badly for like 10 weeks. And then I think we finally saw Jake Fromm in a game, and then we were like, Didn't he play? Didn't he come in at the end of one game?
Fromm didn't.
Oh, he never got in? Okay.
No,
it was Jacoby Brissett came in for sure. And we didn't ever see Jake Fromm once. I hope we didn't. I was calling for. I never wanted to see it, but
actually, he was he never got a chance. No.
Yeah.
Don't want to sweep the preseason either. You don't want to go into the season overconfident. I think it's good. I think it builds camaraderie. It builds excitement, and I think it's good. I want to go undefeated. That's my take.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Just for this, do you think winning and losing has any difference on the roster decisions?
No.
Ooh.
Like that's what to me at the end of the day, that's my biggest question.
I think it would. I think it should.
Who, like a kicker, maybe?
No, I think it should. I think especially like offensively, that you show a little bit of a clutch gene. Like if you have a come from behind win, huh?
If you lose the game though. Just saying if you lost the game in general. And like oh God, it's Hartman and Driscoll.
I think if you come out and play poorly, like you're down by 7 and you're 5 minutes, and you're trying to make a comeback, and you're not pushing well, and you're not playing well, and you don't have a little bit of a clutch gene in you, I think that should affect it. I mean, it all is added up into a equation that's might be small, but like if it's close between two guys, and then one played well in a crunch time to help win the game, compared to another guy that maybe got us behind. Yeah. Like if you played poorly in the third quarter and got us a deficit, and then the guy in the fourth quarter comes in and wins the game, I think that could totally affect a roster spot, and probably should.
Just on one game alone.
I mean, none of it's a one game alone.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like
it's got to be close. Like I don't think that like, all right, if you had two guys here and here, and then this guy wins the game in the fourth quarter, and now all of a sudden you leap over him. But if
Right.
it's here and here,
Yeah.
and then like with what this guy just edging him out a little bit, and then this guy helps win you the game, maybe it's enough to tip the scales a little bit in a very close one to show a little bit of a clutch, especially if this guy didn't play quite as well in that game in the final preseason game. I think it totally could. Yeah. It should definitely be a win and a loss should definitely be factored in somewhat. Now, it's nothing is ever, this is the moment that got you kicked. Right. Like, that you were doing so good, and then you played this one game and you're out of here. Screw you. Even though that kind of does happen sometimes.
Shout out Mac Brown. Remember?
Yeah, Mac Brown. But what about a guy that was getting a ton of hype? Oh crap. Who was it?
Forbes.
No, it was the one that was the
Seneca.
Alabama receiver. He was like 6'5".
Oh shoot. Damn.
Cam Sims. Cam Sims.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Cam, and he was like playing well in the preseason to start, and like people were getting hyped about him. And then it was a third preseason game. He had like 3 drops.
It might not have been Cam Sims.
I thought it was him.
I think it was Cam.
It was Alabama. It was I think it was Cam.
It was Cam.
It was definitely Cam. Yeah, because he had like 3 drops. It was his very first preseason, and then I don't think he ended up making the team, and he ended up on the practice squad. But he was getting a ton of hype for the first couple, and then he had a horrible game, and then it's like, yeah, you're out. Yeah, you're not there.
He went to Alabama. That's what the hype was around him.
Yeah, Kazmir Allen, I think, was another one that was like earning some hype, and then last year he had a bad final preseason game and missed the roster.
Reverse puberty, man. He dropping the balls.
Yeah.
Delayed, delayed, not reverse. Delayed.
Yeah. Yeah, that happened. Okay, the Great Watubi in the house. What's up, dog? My first channel member. I always will remember that. It's all semantics at the end. Whatever happens in the preseason means little unless there's an injury or a guy has a breakout performance. Yeah, overall I agree. What's up, Dubs? How you doing, Dubs family? All right.
Dubs. They do Dubs.
Hopefully we win the game because that's always exciting, especially for the live stream. That's what I always root for. Then we could sing afterwards and have a great time. How do we like the kickoff rules? Did you guys watch any of the Hall of Fame game?
It looked weird.
Yeah, it was a little goofy, but I didn't really watch much of it. I think I watched the highlight clip of the kickoff.
I understand the purist of the game not being happy about it, right? Like it's different, and whenever something changes, you're gonna hate it. Like I think of the Commander's name. Like I never thought the Commander's name was some abomination, but because it was changed, and then we didn't get the one we wanted. There's fans that just were like, "This is horrible, unbelievable." Terrible name. And I feel like this is kind of what's happening to the kickoff, where it's like, oh, it's horrible. It's just so stupid. It's just different. And a lot of people just don't like different. It's changed. When I was watching it, I thought it actually opened up the door a lot for potential strategies and blocking schemes and try to figure out strategies to really make this an effective play. Because it looked more like a run play than a kickoff. With how everybody's lined up, and you can have pulling guards and pulling tackles. And I mean, these guys aren't guards and tackles, obviously, but you can start to really strategize. And like, it almost becomes like a blitz package for the kickoff, right? Like we're going to hit this stunt in this spot. I'm going to hit this guy and blah, blah. And I think that there actually could be opening a door to a lot of different strategies and a lot of different, do you pin them back into certain corners? And if they do, if we do get pinned back into a corner, how do we block that? What does that start to look like as far as a blocking scheme goes? And I actually thought it opened. It was good. I liked it more than a normal kickoff. And I think, and it's going to prevent touchbacks. The new rules prevent touchbacks because nobody wants to kick it into the end zone anymore, because now they start at the 30. If you just kick it straight into the end zone, now you're starting at the 30 instead of the 25, right? So now you're trying to get into that sweet spot, creates more strategy, creates more thought, and we're going to see a lot more returns, which, a lot of people would think like, okay, a run play in general, right? There's a normal run play. That's boring. Pass is more exciting. But run plays explode for 90-yard plays often, right? Or like 80-yard plays or huge 50-yard explosive plays. It only takes one or two of these kickoffs in a game to explode, and it could be really exciting and different strategies. So it came to that revelation during the game of the Hall of Fame. I liked it, actually. So I'm a fan.
I'm cool with it. It's different. I thought it was slightly weird, but
yep. All right, Tone, you're out of here. I appreciate you.
Out of here.
You got to go. Make the monies overnight.
I get money, man. Here. Hey, man, do they give you like a taser? I didn't know. Like, you got a taser? You do? Yeah. Oh man. That's cool. That's cool.
I want to tell you.
Is that all you were asking? For some reason, I thought this was going to turn into an op joke somehow. I was literally trying.
No.
I'm like, where's he going? Like,
no, they need to tase.
I was going to get op into this.
No. Like, what he probably tases the ops. Like, Pittsburgh about to tase Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers for what they probably going to give up for Brandon Ayuk. There you go. There's your mention, Phil. You bingo card out.
Oh, phenomenal. But no. Oh, he's out of here.
I hate myself sometimes, but it works.
Peace out, brother man. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next week. Go first link in the description for PSN Commanders Network. He's been putting out a ton of content, really going to the games, going to the practices, and he'll be going to all the games this year. So definitely go subscribe and go hit the vlogs, and I appreciate Tone being here. All right. You brought this up pre-thing, and you wanted to make fun of him, so I will open the floor. Sadiq Charles,
who
was drafted just 4 years ago, has now retired. Go ahead.
It's kind of funny. The old-ass left tackle that we pretty much gave to San Francisco and Kyle Shanahan is still playing in the NFL and dominant. And Sadiq
the guy we used to replace him.
Bum scrubbing of a butt. I mean, the dude, I remember the joke I made going into 2021 was he could be your most improved player because he only played in 2 snaps. He'd be your most improved player. He just got to play in 4 snaps. He doubled his production from a year previous. But he retired from the Tennessee Titans. Apparently, Brian Callahan didn't know what the ham sandwich was up with that. So it just shows you. Ron and them. And this is a Kyle Smith draft pick because people want to blame that draft on Kyle Smith for the most part. Hey, he gone. He gone, boys. Terrible. That draft class failed. Horrible. No good.
Is there anybody on the team still from that draft?
No. Nope.
Literally nobody.
Yeah. And 2 of them in New Orleans now. Khalil Hudson and Chase Young are in New Orleans.
Holy moly. Yeah, because it was Chase, Gibby, Sadiq, Gandy Golden, Pierschbacher.
Yeah, Ross Pierschbacher from Alabama.
The linebacker you said, Khalil Hudson from Michigan.
Oh, God. Who was that lineman? He was from San Diego State. I can't think of his name.
Yeah. Oh, I'm seeing it. Keith Ishmael.
Yeah, Keith Ishmael. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then Curl.
Yeah.
And then Curl.
Cam Curl, who was the last pick of that draft, right? No, and James Smith-Williams. No, James Smith-Williams was
James Smith-Williams.
Yeah.
James Smith-Williams was that draft.
And then none of them still on the team. And wow, that's bad. We've got more players from our 2017 draft on the team. And yeah, it's just
holy crap. What up, Ed? How you doing?
Oh, the GOAT.
That is gnarly. Yeah. I didn't even think about it. Like,
John Allen's still on the team, and those guys are gone.
It's not shocking to me that when you have 0, that there's more players from any other draft at that point, right? I mean, 0 is as low as you can go.
But that's 3. But that's a 3-year. That's a 3-season, 4-season leg way, though.
Hold on. So who else is on the team from 17?
John Allen. That's what I'm saying. It just makes it. It makes it up for theatrics.
Was there anybody else from the 2018 still here?
I don't think so.
What about 2019? We still have Terry.
Yeah, nobody from 2019 outside Terry still.
Darn it, because it would have been funny to say that there's more players retired from the 2020 draft, or like that we have still on the team.
It's bad. Like I just, and then the 2021 draft is gonna follow suit with that too, pretty much.
It's horrible. The Ron Rivera era.
Error code. Error.
Oh my gosh. It's the drafts were so bad. And people laugh at me every year because I was freaking out. This is the first year, since I
bull jive. You freaked out about Johnny Newton.
Well, but that one I came around pretty quickly. It was more the position, and I did not scout any defensive tackles because I thought that was a position that we were not going to touch. So it's more of that I did freak out at that moment. But I did come around that one pretty quick, which is not what I could say about any other Ron Rivera draft.
Yep.
Right? Like, I guess the 2020 I wasn't super critical of. I wasn't really critical of that one. I liked the first 4 picks in that draft, and I did not like the rest, which Cam Curl I was definitely wrong on. And then
I thought Cam should have stayed another year at Arkansas. I think he would have been a
higher pick.
Yeah, but
probably.
They said he got in trouble on the team for something, and I don't remember, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is. It is what that's just, man. Not a single one got out of their rookie contract.
Nope.
But yeah, 2021. Is anybody gonna make it out of that one? So that was Jamin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jamin Davis's year.
Derek Forrest.
Okay, he was on that one.
Yep. Derek Forrest was on.
Sam Cosmi. Sam Cosmi will live here.
Yeah, Cosmi.
Cosmi will stay. I
we
think
hope
he'll get.
That's why he's sick. He ain't got that second contract. He ain't got the contract extension yet.
Yeah, he'll get a contract. He's very, very good at the right guard position, and they will keep him.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. All right, well, we'll get somebody out of the 2021 draft, but he was supposed to play tackle though.
Yeah,
he was drafted to play tackle. He had to fall in.
That happens. Guard. We draft guards at tackles, and then we make it work. Brandon Sheriff, Sam.
The opposite of what you should be doing. You should be drafting tackles to play guard, and then tackles to play tackle. Everybody should be tackles except for the center. That's how I feel about it. Like, you should basically strictly draft college teams' left tackles. Almost like you would not be going wrong if you only drafted left tackles of these teams, and I think you'd be just fine to do so.
And we did. We drafted Cosmi because I think he wasn't their left tackle at Texas.
I think he was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they said he played a little bit of tight end too, because he was kind of athletic.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Cool. Shout out Sadiq and Anthony Gandy Golden. Thank you for retiring and being terrible for us.
Oh yeah.
All right. Immaculate Grid time.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. We got some. We're going to discuss this for top row for sure. We'll definitely.
Oh, I got you. I got something that'll blow your mind.
Okay. All right. So Immaculate Grid time. We're gonna do this across the top. We have the Packers, the Bears, and 10,000 career passing yards. Then we have Washington, Falcons, and Rams going down the left side. Go ahead and throw some at me. Actually, you have the research. I'll start actually because you're the one that always. You're the finisher in here for sure. You come up with the best one. So right off the top, my first one I thought of is Clinton Dix.
Nah, I got one even worse
for both of these teams. Actually,
yeah,
for both of these teams.
I got one. I've got worse ones for you.
I'm sure. I'm just coming off the top of the head. Just trying to think here. Preston Smith, obviously for the Packers, is one. Montez Sweat is an obvious one for the Bears.
Wilbur Marshall is an old one for Washington and the Bears. I got. You want me to tell you who I put right there?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's go with the Green Bay one first. Josh Bidwell.
Josh Bidwell. Huh?
You remember Josh Bidwell?
No.
He's a punter in the Mike Shanahan era.
0.1%. Well played. Yeah. A punter in the Mike Shanahan era?
Yeah.
Wow, I don't think I can name a single punter outside of Tress Way for this team.
Oh dear God, son!
Did Sammy Ball punt for us?
Yeah, he did.
So there's that gap. There's Sammy Ball to Tress Way that I I could not list you a punter.
There you go. Here, I'm gonna try this exercise real quick because I'm a jerk and I want to try this.
Okay, go for it.
So I can start from like Matt Turk's era.
No
and
idea.
Then we got
Tommy. I don't think you're gonna say a name, and I don't think I'm gonna recognize him.
Tommy Barnhart.
No.
Brian Barker.
Nope.
Was one.
You could be making up names. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not making up names. We had what's his name? Tom Tupa for a year. Derek Frost. We drafted a punter from Georgia Tech back in 2008. Durant Brooks. He sucked. We had Hunter Smith, who's the punter for the for Indianapolis. He actually threw that touchdown pass to Mike
Sav Rocca is Billy Mack.
Sav Rocca, who's in Philadelphia. We had him. He was terrible. We've had a lot.
I'm sure, and I don't doubt this at all. Yeah. It's just that was. I'll say that, like, I've always been, for as long as I can remember, a Redskins/Commanders fan, right? Yeah. But there was a time that I was definitely more of an overall NFL fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like my school era, I guess you could say, from like, especially from like middle school to all through high school, I was more of a general NFL, like fantasy football, like all over it, right? And you never drafted a punter in fantasy football, so I knew way more overall than I did specifically about the Commanders. Like I probably couldn't name like hardly any defenders.
I remember one year we had like 5 kickers.
Yeah,
we had to get like it started out, I think it was like with Brett Conway. This was in 2000. So Brett Conway was one. Jose Cortez. Yeah, Brett Conway. What
year would this be?
This was like 99, 2000.
Zero chance I know these guys.
Yeah. Brett Conway was it. We had like 4. I remember Michael Husted was terrible. He actually was one of the reasons why we lost the game against the Giants. Cause I think he missed a field goal. That would have put us on top in a 9-7 loss. So I'm sorry, I get on this.
I love when Washington is an option because then you can start really digging deep for sure.
There you go. I got one for you now with the Bears.
Okay.
Adi Jamo, ADE, JIMOH. Yeah, his first name is Adi, ADE. Yeah.
0.1%. Disgusting.
Right, don't you? It's disgusting. And I said Brad Johnson for the 10,000-yard passer.
Brad Johnson?
Yeah. You remember Brad Johnson?
Yes, I do remember Brad Johnson because he won the Super Bowl for Tampa, which is horrible. But I'm just thinking, like, because there's got to be some quarterbacks that like have gone through here that were not necessarily like known for playing here.
Rex Grossman, Danny Werfel, Shane Matthews.
Those are some names that I don't even recognize. So those could be great.
Shoot. Rodney Peete. That's a good one. Casey. I don't know if Casey Weldon had
10,000 yards. Yeah, but these guys do have to have 10,000 yards.
Yeah, I think Stan Humphries had 10,000 yards. Crap basket to it. Doug Williams, of course, had 10,000 yards.
Yeah. Like, of course, none of the Super Bowl winners. We're not going to go that direction.
Yeah.
Or like, and then back in the day, like Sonny Jurgensen and Sammy Ball. We're
Jay Schrader. You remember Jay Schrader?
Yep, Jay Schrader. That would be too popular though.
Yeah.
I like list some of those other no-name guys that you said that may have. Do we even know they have had 10,000 yards though?
Rodney Peete should have. I think Rodney Peete did.
All right, I'm going for it. Let's just go for it.
If we screw it up, we screwed up.
PEETE.
Yeah.
0.1%. Phenomenal.
Don't you love me? You love me, don't you?
Yeah, dude. This is the best. All of them with a 1 next to it, and none of them had a picture. That is how you know you're killing the immaculate grid when you don't even have a picture.
Oh God,
in an entire row. Phenomenal. Okay. But now, can we keep it alive? Now, this is. That would be an ultimate goal of having an entire grid of 0 pictures. Let alone low percentages, but not even pictures on it. That would be funny. Okay. So Falcons, 10,000 yards passing.
I know who I put for that. Steve DeBerg. I put Steve DeBerg.
Steve DeBerg.
Yeah.
DeBerg. Another one and another non-picture. Well done. Corey's the man at this. Corey's the man.
Dude, I used to sit and watch NFL Network all the time.
We also have all the ones. Like,
yeah.
It's just like every one that you could possibly have. But sorry, go ahead. Sit and watch NFL Network.
Yeah, I just sit and watch NFL Network and watch these like random shows about players and where they played at and stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of remember some of these things. It's crazy.
It is.
Atlanta and the Bears. The one that comes to my mind is Devin Hester. So I think
that's
high.
That's going to be the highest one for sure. I thought about that one too.
Did Tommy Harris play for
Sam Bradford for the Rams? Oh, that's going to be too popular, but I like it. Another guy that I've just thought of with the Rams is Trent Green. Didn't he play for the Rams?
Yeah, that might be too high.
Yeah,
I did Nick Foles, but because he played for him for a year.
Nick Foles. Okay.
Yeah, Nick Foles. I did that, but he has a picture up. So
yeah, we definitely don't want to do if we can continue it. That's funny.
Yeah. I got one for the Packers and the Rams though.
Okay.
Adam Timmerman.
Adam Timmerman.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you failed. What a failure. We have a 2 now. Who wanted a 2? No, just kidding.
Shoot.
This is not,
let's
continue with
here.
the no pictures. That's awesome.
Oh God. And I mean Green Bay and the Falcons. I mean, the first person that comes to mind is Brett Favre.
Yeah. I was literally just thinking about that. Yep.
Yeah, Brett Favre. I did Andre Rison, and it was a 9%, so you don't want to do that one. Bad Moon Rising.
Bears and Falcons. Andre Roberts?
Did he play for both of them?
For some reason, that name comes to my mind. I feel like he did. Did he not?
I think he played for.
Probably would have a picture, but because he's too new.
Hold on. I'm actually looking that up right now.
Andre Roberts
he played for the Falcons and he didn't play for the Bears.
No, okay, never got to the Bears. Never mind. Thought he was one of those guys that ended up on there. Legendary says he did, but you looked it up and you said the internet said no.
Yeah. He did not.
Is he there now or something?
No,
no.
Yeah, he's a free agent right now.
Free agent. Well, he sucks.
Yeah.
Just kidding. He was obviously a return man for more than.
Hey! Quit that, Zane. Quit that, sir. Hell, I can't think of anybody else who played for the Bears and the Falcons.
Bears Falcons.
I feel like there's like a defender or something.
Cordero Patterson is obviously.
Yeah, Cordero Patterson. He played for them.
I feel like there's running back that played for both of them that I'm. There's another one, but could be wrong.
Yeah, I think there is a running back that maybe played for him.
Packers. And then you have Bears, Rams.
Yeah.
Falcons, Bears, Darnell Mooney. Was he there now? He hasn't played a game yet for the Falcons.
Yeah. So he wouldn't be able to.
Thought we were talking about the Falcons and us. Oh
yeah. Yeah, that would have been a good one. Yeah.
Andre Roberts. Yeah.
And
then the Rams, 10,000 yards passing. Can we kill it with that one?
I said Nick Foles. We'll kill the picture thing though.
Yeah, that would kill the pictures. 10,000 career.
Joe Namath.
Joe Namath played for the Rams?
Yeah, he played for them in his last season. Pretty sure he played for the Rams. Yeah. Yep. But that's probably
random one.
That's gonna be. I think that's gonna be pretty high.
I mean, he's definitely gonna have a picture.
Mark Rippon.
Mark Rippon?
Yeah, Mark Rippon. Try Mark Rippon.
Mark Rippon. Oh my gosh.
How much was it?
0.2% with
let's go,
picture.
Boys.
With no picture.
You know how I knew
the
that?
Streak continues.
I watched the replay game of us playing the Rams.
Yeah.
In 94, it was one of our only wins that year. And Mark Rippon was the starting quarterback, and we beat him. So that's how.
That's awesome.
I was just watching like 2 weeks ago.
That is phenomenal.
Oh God, I'm sickening. Jesus,
Keep it alive.
Shoot, let's see here.
We're legitimately at. Hold on.
Chicago Bears.
3.4. We're at 3.41 total right now. Corey.
I know, it's wild, man. It's wild, dude.
Okay, Falcons, Bears, Packers, and
then Bears,
Rams
and Rams.
Bears. Robert Quinn comes to mind. That's gonna be too high.
Yeah.
Robert Quinn.
I feel like there's been a lot of Bears. Did Akeem play for the Bears? I don't
Who?
know about Ozzy or Akeem.
You tell me. I have
Let
no
me see.
clue.
I don't know.
Kurt?
No, he played for the Rams, the Saints, the Chargers, the Dolphins.
Well, you're talking about like.
Yeah, Kurt Warner.
Oh, no, he was talking about Kurt Warner. That was
the
Rams thing. Okay.
Bears.
This is tough. I don't know if we're gonna keep this.
Hold on. I got one more. Let's see. Jim McMahon. Did he play for
the Rams or the Falcons? One of the two.
He played for Chicago and he played for Green Bay. That's right, but no. Who played for Chicago? DeAndre Carter played for the Falcons. That's what Hassan said. That's what he said. DeAndre Carter.
I don't hate that. He might be right. Did he play for the?
Hey, we're going to end the pitcher streak though.
Probably.
Yeah, we will end it because he's got to have. No, that's not right.
Okay, he didn't.
No, he didn't play for the Rams.
He didn't.
No,
didn't play for the Rams either.
Yeah. And he's with Chicago now, so this is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
It might just have to be. This.
No, we got a good score going on too.
It's amazing. It's an amazing.
It's just.
But I'm really drawing a blank on some guys out there. If like.
Hold on, let me see here. Players note.
Musim Muhammad. Did he play for the Bears?
He did, but he played for Carolina too. He just played for Carolina, and
he didn't go over and play for the Falcons.
Dang
it! Thought he may have played for the Falcons.
Like
at the end of his career, he didn't do that.
No. Are there any kickers that have played it? I'm trying to think of kickers now.
Kickers?
Oh god.
No, because the freaking Bears had one kicker for like ever.
Yeah.
Robbie Gould.
Yeah.
So they probably unless you like can go way back. Mohamed Sanu. Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking of. Instead of Musim Muhammad, maybe I meant Mohamed Sanu. That's probably what I meant.
He played for the Falcons, and who else?
Did he play for like?
He played for the Bengals.
Demir Bird for the Bears and Falcons. Demir A. Bird.
Yeah, if Sanu wouldn't have been one.
Mohamed Sanu. He would have played for the Falcons, and then I don't know if he played for the Packers or the Bears. Packers, Falcons.
Demir Bird. Let's see. I'm looking at Demir Bird now. He played for the Bears and the Falcons.
Demir Bird did?
That is... Yeah, he played for
Bears, Falcons. All right, let's risk it.
Let's end it.
Spell this weird name.
Damiere.
Dang it.
How much was it?
It's great. 0.9, but it has a picture.
Oh, man.
We have a picture.
Okay.
Right. Bears, Rams. Robert Quinn is obvious. And then...
Yeah, Robert Quinn.
But we still have an insane score going. Well played, Hassan. Well played.
Did Jefferson play for the Bears?
No, I think he was at the Falcons and the Rams, though. Packers and Falcons. It's tough.
Packers.
Ooh.
Like I said, I got Andre Rison.
What about Kurt Binkart?
Did he play though? Remember, you got to play.
Did he play?
No, I don't
for any one of those? Did he never get in the game, like at the end of the year or something, or at the end of the game?
Yeah, let's see. He played for Green Bay. He didn't get in the game for Atlanta.
He never got in the game for Atlanta?
Nope, and he was there for like 3 seasons.
And he never played a snap?
No. But in Green Bay, he got there. Yep.
Rams and...
Wait a minute, did Graham Harrell play for Atlanta?
No idea.
I think he played for Green Bay. I don't know if he even got it.
This is crazy run.
No. I mean, like I said, you can do Bad Moon Rising if you want to.
Who?
Andre Rison. He's going to get... Yeah, he's a wide receiver.
I don't even know who that is.
You
think he's too high?
It'd be 9%, but he doesn't have a picture.
Oh, well, that's not bad.
Yeah, he's on Falcons and the Packers.
All right, why not? Just to get it moving. It was a great run. Cody Rison? No.
Andre
Rison, there it is.
You could put Nick Foles down there for the Rams and you get a picture. Yeah.
All right, why not?
Yeah.
Let's see.
8%, 32. That's pretty dang good, guys.
That's good. That's excellent.
That's a pretty dang good score. Well, another one in the books.
Yeah.
We had a game. We have a game coming up this weekend, noon on Saturday, 12 o'clock Eastern time on Saturday. I will be live on the channel to do the live stream, play-by-play. We're back. All right. So I'll be doing the first two preseason games, the Jets and the Dolphins, right?
Yep.
And then I will not be doing the Patriots game. I will be going to that one, so that'll be fun. But then I should be here all season long. I have no commitments that should interfere with Sundays or any of the night games or anything, and we should be good to go for the entire season, which will be a blast. So, am I streaming tomorrow? No, work is slammed right now. So I will not be streaming tomorrow, but I will be doing the 2 Washington preseason games, and then we'll be doing the season opener with the Chiefs and the Ravens, right?
Yeah.
Is that week 1? I knew it was a great game. I think it's the Chiefs and the Ravens. So, and then we'll be on normal schedule. Yeah. Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, plus the Commanders game, plus film review on Tuesday. And we will do film review next week, though. That'll be fun. So we'll start that back up.
Yeah. And y'all can double time. Watch me and Tim, because Tim does the streams. I do the streams. So y'all come to see both of us.
What do you mean?
I do streaming. You know that?
Sorry.
Yeah. Yes. All day. Yeah.
On the game. You said that when I was talking about the film review. I was like, oh, you do film
review?
No,
I don't do the film.
Sorry. Play-by-play. Yes. Definitely go shout out to Corey during the play-by-play. Absolutely go to his stream as well and show him some love. Sorry. That's what I was confused about is I'm like, wait.
No.
Yes.
Bro, I ain't
go to On the Warmth Path in the description below and go make sure you hit the like button and give Corey some watch time. And split screen on, you have a computer, split screen, have
everybody got a computer, got a phone. Y'all go watch us.
Yeah.
Holler at us. Maybe we should do like some like secret keywords and it'd be like, we know you were watching us. We know you were watching Tim. We know you were watching me. So
that would actually be funny.
Yeah. I do put you on sometimes. Like I'll just have it just to give you some watch time. Then I realize like you got like 8,000 people up in here. I was like, he doesn't need my little bit of watch time.
No, it's good. It's fun. It'll be great.
Yes, sir.
Fun. All right, perfect. Well, thank you, Corey, again. And
appreciate you, bro.
We'll be on next week with Tone, I'm sure, back as well. Go hit him up in the description. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and we're ready to take off this season.
Woo!
And I'll see you next time. And until next time. See ya.
It's a baby. Yes, it